What's going on, everybody? It's Enigma Towles. I'm back, and as promised, I'm here to give you the interview for Pinnacle, that new album. I'm actually being interviewed today, and behind me is my bro. He's actually going to be asking the questions, and let's let him go.
Alright. Why did you name the album Pinnacle?
I named it Pinnacle because just looking at my entire catalog, I feel that this is my best work. I spent a lot of time making sure that certain songs sound a certain way. I worked on the delivery, and I wrote it in a very different way where I used to write it and I would put more emphasis on the lyrical content, but this time I paid more attention to how I was delivering it, the overall quality and content, and how the album flows together. So that was my biggest mission with this one, because I wanted to make sure that it didn't sound like something you've heard from me before.
Alright. How many tracks does the album have?
The album, as of right now, has 12 tracks on it, and there are 2 bonuses. It's going to be 14 total as far as, playlist goes. There's 2 interludes, but they all lead up into at least 4 of the songs all meshing together, so they all play off with each other. And it's going to be very fun, very interesting, and I'm just excited to let it out there.
How do you feel this album contributes to hip-hop?
I think it brings lyrical dexterity back into question. I've noticed that a lot of the stuff we're listening to nowadays is very catchy, 1-2 punch, but I also wanted to have fun with this one. I didn't want to put so much emphasis on lyricism that I'm barring you to death and you have to listen to every single bar. If the bar don't hit like this, or if you didn't catch that line, I didn't want to play the intimidation role, but I did want to make sure I put in there why lyric for lyric and bar for bar I'm not playing no more.
Let's see. What did you find the most challenging in making this album?
Writer's block. Definitely writer's block. But what's funny is, with all that mess, still a blessing came out of it. And one of those is Roadblock. Roadblock, as I stated in a video before, Roadblock was one of those songs that I wrote over and over and over and kept rewriting it. And as I was rewriting it, it turned into like a good body of work, because I can't tell you how many times I've spent making that song over and over. I wrote it and ended up recording it, months between each other. There was a big gap in between them.
Are there any influences for this album?
Influences. I've been heavy on battle rap lately. A lot of battle rap. I've had some spiritual growth. I've gone through a lot of experiences in the past year that kind of reshaped my mind and the way I thought about things. I've grown, I've humbled myself in many ways, and let God do His work.
Listen, what track would you say is your favorite track? What's the track that people should listen to or be on the lookout for?
The one I'm about to release, it's going to be called Accolade. It's actually going to be coming out real soon before the album drops. So definitely be on the look for that one. That one is one of my favorites. The one that I can drive in a car with is going to be called Catch Me If You Can. That joint, oh my gosh, like I'm still playing that one. Still playing it.
Do you have any interesting stories that went down in the process of writing this album?
Yes. There was a season as I was writing the album where I started to drift, and I've been reading this book, as I stated in the video before, called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And I noticed that I was making good music, but the thing is, I was so caught up with trying to make sure that okay, this is passable, that I had to go back and remake some of the songs, and when I noticed the drift, I knew it was time to put a pause on the album and reflect so that I can go back and make better content.
And once this is done, once this album's done, do you have what's next for you?
Pushing it out there. I usually don't like to get too far ahead of myself. I just kind of like to see where God takes this particular project. It's just a matter of getting it out there, notoriety, and I also want to build up my website. I've been blogging a lot lately, and you know it's helping me grow as far as like writing, and just maturing and connecting with people who listen to my music.
Okay, and that leads to the next thing. How can we find you online? How can we find you on social media?
Oh, good question. Well, of course, Twitter, Instagram, my Facebook fan page, all of those. But I will say my website is the best place to find me. I have my blog content. I have links to all the social media accounts, and you can learn all things me on my website. And I just made it. It's currently in the works, so there's some kinks I'm working out. But as of right now, it's a go, and it's been awesome, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Okay, I appreciate your time.
All right. Well, all the questions have been asked, and there's one in particular I do want to announce, the release date for the album. Well, the release date, particularly with the album, I started an album last year in October, obviously Pinnacle, and I noticed something, that I started the Misfit album in October of the year before that. So with that being said, I wanted to kind of follow the same theme of 1 year later, one album later. So expect Pinnacle to release on Sunday, April 1st, 2017. It's coming. It will be available on YouTube and SoundCloud. And first and foremost, I want to thank my brother for definitely interviewing me and asking me questions. If you have any more questions, please be sure to add them at the bottom of this video. Connect with me on social media. Check out my website. There's more content on the way. I've been working on more vlogs and blogs. Any suggestions, anything you want to know about me, all things Enigma Towles, come find me. Thank you so much for everything, y'all. More information, and be on the lookout for that new song. It's coming. Thank you. Peace.
That I sit calm. Would have been great to have friends to insist on slamming bullets to the ground or having a cyst on. When they call me geeky or freaky, they spit on my reputation. They got more plays than a hit song. I bet they were shocked I managed to make it this long. Every moment they struck me, I felt like King Kong. Nowadays I work harder just to sing songs. If it was up to me, this would be my theme song. I made it through a lot. Yo, I have to say, I cut the fool even on my saddest day. Say all you want, but not in a passive way. Every day is an achievement, that's my accolade. Accolade, 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 accolade.